Lisa.
Oh, hi! Welcome to another chapter of BABYMETAL's history. Before we start, I feel like I have to address something that's very obvious yet oftentimes overlooked, and that is, people are allowed to have opinions. In this channel, we love and praise BABYMETAL. Outside of this channel, there are people who don't do the same, including other artists, and that's okay. Not everyone has to like BABYMETAL, and they are also allowed to say it. However, how they choose to express such statement is what makes the difference between criticizing and disrespecting. We will take a look at both cases in this video.
Yeah, well, if this is a BABYMETAL channel, why are you sharing such a negative topic? It's so-triggering and unnecessary.
Because I'm an
evil being.
I'm secretly a BABYMETAL hater who created this channel with the sole purpose of bringing them down. Okay, no. My answer to that is, like it or not, it's a part of BABYMETAL's history, and I think it's interesting to look back and learn about the obstacles that they have successfully overcome throughout their career.
Well, I'm offended.
Alright, you are welcome to express that in the comment section, if it makes you feel better. Come on, boost that algorithm. Let's get onto the video, shall we?
Number 1.
Frank Turner. The girls had just finished their iconic and groundbreaking performance at Sphere 2014. If you're a BABYMETAL fan, you probably know that this festival appearance caused quite an impression and boosted their name internationally. Everyone was talking about them, and later that day, Frank Turner was interviewed backstage.
Are you enjoying Sphere?
Yeah, I am.
Who have you enjoyed seeing?
BABYMETAL today was interesting.
You see, BABYMETAL to me are like clickbait made flesh.
Like what?
Clickbait. Do you know what I mean by clickbait? As in like deliberately annoying headlines on the internet that make people click on them.
Ah, right.
Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like they're sort of designed to provoke opinions, whether positive or negative, in a way that makes me kind of really aggressively want to not have an opinion about them, because I feel like they're provoking me to have an opinion.
Yeah.
So I don't have an opinion about BABYMETAL. Damn it!
Number 2.
Chris Jericho. In the issue number 1599 of Kerrang! Magazine, released in December of 2015, a group of celebrities gathered to share their thoughts on some of the artists who made it to the 2015's biggest rock songs list, BABYMETAL being one of them. Chris Jericho and Boy George weren't too enthusiastic about them, but since this video focuses on the metal industry only, let's just take a look at Jericho's statement.
I'm not on the BABYMETAL tip, and I predict they'll end up as this year's tattoo. Remember them? Exactly. You wanna hear real Japanese metal? Go check out X Japan.
Number 3.
Nergal. In a video from 2017, Nergal was invited to pick and recommend some of his favorite albums at an American record store.
I don't know, just someone told me it's awesome. It's called BABYMETAL. No, I'm fucking with you, I'm not buying that shit. If you like it, that's your problem.
I think that's pretty sad considering what Moa said in a radio interview from 2012.
ボアメタルはベヒーモスのポーランドのブラックメタルバンドなんですけど。
ポーランドのブラックメタルバンド。
そうなんです。
ほうほうほう。
で好きなところが、やっぱ映像もかっこいいんですよ。だけど特にボーカルのネルガルさんの顔と声がブルータルでかっこいいんです。まあ好きなところがイントロのポポポンポポポポンみたいななんか笛の音が好きで、とにかく顔がかっこよくて悪魔が出てきそうで本当にやばいです。Number 4.
Benji Webbe. In 2016, BABYMETAL won the Kerrang! Award for Best Live Band. Benji Webbe was one of the announcers that year, and while Sue was giving their thank you speech, this happened.
Glad you won. Very good. Arigato. You fucking around.
Needless to say, the fandom's response to that was quite radioactive. They demanded an apology to the girls, and he quickly posted on Twitter.
Sorry to anyone who thought I disrespected BABYMETAL at the awards tonight. Truly, I didn't mean to fuck with them.
Fans were not happy about this. They didn't like that he phrased it as people thinking he did wrong, rather than him admitting to doing wrong, and so they demanded more.
People like, I said I'm not into being horrible to anyone. To all the fans and BABYMETAL, from my heart, I'm sorry if I offended you all.
But fans still weren't satisfied.
I don't think they are as upset as you fans.
A wave of hatred surfaced and people just didn't want to let it go. Think of any kind of insult. As many as you could possibly imagine. He received them all, including racist ones. Some keyboard warriors went as far as saying they would seek revenge through violence. Some even wished for his death. Absolutely delightful. But why exactly did the situation get so out of hand? It all exploded after this video with questionable subtitles was posted.
Is that you, word? Very good. Any backup? You fucking around?
Benji was accused of insulting them and displaying a racist behavior. Turns out, some of the subtitles were wrong. The person responsible for uploading the video even said the words were just an approximation, pure guess due to the low-quality audio. But people rarely ever bother to read the description. It's so easy to jump to conclusions as a simple spectator. But the truth is, some news sites also took the video as a veracious source and made matters even worse. They either failed at their job or they meant to take advantage of the juicier version for clout. In any case, I find this despicable. Anyways, the situation did not end there. BABYMETAL fans were so loud that Team Karen had to reach out to Benji for him to give an official apology, which was later published in the issue number 1625 of their magazine. There, Team Karen clarified.
On the night, Benji joked with all artists collecting awards, as you would expect, which was why he was asked to host the awards.
Notice that here, Karen is indirectly taking responsibility too.
However, a clip of Benji interrupting BABYMETAL's acceptance speech has been posted on YouTube and circulated with incorrect and negative subtitles posted below, trying to portray Benji as a bully and calling him a racist. Instead of him saying, "You fucking rock" to the band, the video has the words, "You fucking around," and instead of him saying arigato, meaning thank you, they have put heavy metal, while also editing out him shaking the band's hands and screaming the words, "BABYMETAL, make some noise."
Right after that, they added Benji's personal take.
A lot has been said and mistranslated online about what I said to BABYMETAL. I am a loud mouth with a mic, which I guess was why I was asked and was honored to co-host the Kerrang Awards. My banter was meant to be light-hearted and funny. I was being rowdy all night with every act that came on stage. That's just my way.
This is true.
Also, this really, alright, enough, get off. Alright, fucking keep it on. We're out.
It was lighthearted and meant to be funny, but I also understand everyone has a different concept of what's funny. But I'm not inside everybody's head and, sincerely, I wasn't trying to hurt anyone. If I'm guilty of anything from that night, it was for interrupting BABYMETAL's acceptance speech and being rowdy, for which I apologize. No harm was meant. With regard to BABYMETAL, I did not realize how long they had been preparing and learning their acceptance speech in English, and, as a result, my banter must have been off-putting for them, for which I immediately apologized. None of its content was in any way racist or sexist, as suggested. To the contrary, I congratulated them as they left the stage and shouted their name, as I was glad they won. In fact, I was stoked for them, as they are outsiders in what they do, as are Skindred.
Was this enough? Yes and no. Some fans insisted his apology was insincere and full of excuses. There's really nothing you can do to please someone who is determined not to move on. Yes, his behavior was far from polite. Yes, he messed up. And yes, maybe his tweets weren't ideally written. But is this what a person gets for making a mistake? It's only natural to defend yourself when you're being attacked. especially when what you're being framed for is a lie. And by the way, that was the last time Benji ever posted on his Twitter account. While there's no confirmation that he left due to the backlash, I think it serves as an example that we should try to do better as a fandom, because it certainly could have gotten that far. Hold people accountable when they cross the line, and don't cross the line yourself.
Number 5.
Andy Copping. Due to BABYMETAL's increasing popularity, Andy Copping received many requests for him to book them at the Download Festival, but he wasn't too thrilled about the idea, as well as some other metalheads.
Don't cave on this. The novelty will fade away in a few weeks.
It's just like the same old bollocks I had last year with Psy. It's worthless junk. Yep, it's a no for me. Another Japanese novelty fad. It works in their homeland and I have big respect for that. I don't want them. No disrespect to them, but I don't believe they are suitable for download. I've made my feelings very clear regarding BABYMETAL, and those feelings have not changed. There's a time and place for BABYMETAL, each to their own, but Download Festival is not it. Just seen BABYMETAL hanging around backstage at Download? What is going on?
Didn't you say you'd never book them?
Didn't book them. I mean,
Awful nice of them to play for free if you didn't book them.
they didn't get paid.
Yeah, I don't know how real the crashing claims are, but what's for sure is that BABYMETAL did show up at Download in collaboration with Dragon Force in 2015. 3 days later, they shared the stage again at the Golden Gods, and Copping was there too. So the fans asked him if, after having the chance to see them live, maybe he would reconsider booking them. He appeared in 2016 as a guest in a podcast called That's Not Metal, and there he decided to address some of these questions.
I have to book the festival for what I believe the people want to buy the ticket for. I've taken a lot of stick over the last couple of years regarding BABYMETAL, and I made a decision that I personally, I don't, as the booker of the festival, I don't believe that they are right for the spirit of what Download's all about.
Does that still remain, that thought?
Yeah, it does.
Wow.
I have to be honest.
Wow.
Yes, it does. I just don't feel that it's right. And if I'm wrong, then I have to take it on the chin. But as the booker of the festival, they polarize people anyway. But then again, most bands do, and I take that.
I think they're shit, but I think they fit.
And people have said that to me. I went to the Golden Gods the following day after Download, where Dragon Force, and then when BABYMETAL came out, they started saying how amazing it was, and this is incredible, and I just thought that's really, for me, hugely disparaging for Dragon Force, because they didn't care about Dragon Force. That these people, it was like they only got excited when BABYMETAL came out, and I just
don't sit well with you.
It didn't sit well with me at all. Dragon Force have been, they've been at the game. They're a real band, and nobody cared about them until at this award ceremony, until they walked out, and I didn't like it, and it just again. And by the way, I have tried so much with BABYMETAL. I mean, I've okay. I'm reading what people are saying. I put it on. The music starts. This music's really, really good. But then I just, with the three girls coming on, squawking away the way they do. And I know I'm going to get killed for saying it, but
you're
I'm
not,
sorry.
Mate, you're amongst friends here. There's nothing you're saying that we haven't said before.
Shockingly, 2015 wasn't the last time BABYMETAL showed up at Download. They performed both in 2016 and 2018. Not as a collab guest, but as their own act. Because of this, many people wondered if Copping had changed his mind about them. Later in 2016, he appeared once again in the That's Not Metal podcast, and he clarified.
I've got big mouth, I'm going to go, right, that's never going to happen,
Yeah.
Sometimes you do have to bow to the pressure of what the fans want.
Public opinion.
And I have to go, where... I got offered Baby Metal. I was the first promoter in the UK to be offered Baby Metal. I got sent the stuff. It didn't resonate with me at all. I could not get my head around it at all. And I've tried and I tried and I tried and I still couldn't. And people going, this band, they're amazing. Blah, blah. So okay, I'll try again. And me personally, I was not getting it. So then there's all this, you've booked Baby Metal. And this had all come after people telling me I needed to book that PSY,
Right, okay.
It's Gangnam Style.
Yeah, why would I book it? Do I like Baby Metal because I booked them last year and they played on the main stage? No, I don't. I just thought, well, you know what? I'm going to hold my hands up and go, okay, I'm booking them. Am I going to watch them? No. I actually went up. Do you know, the girls are lovely. Super friendly,
I bet.
come over.
Yeah, really nice.
I mean, really appreciative. They want the photograph took with you, the whole bit, and that's great. And I'm super respectful. I watched them as they went on stage. Just there was a great audience watching them,
massive.
And then I was off, because it's not for me. If I book bands that I really, really like, then that's great.
Yeah.
But it's normally because it fits with the whole festival. If I'd not allowed Baby Metal to play, then it was all about just what Andy Coppin wants and not what Download should have.
And there's that. Whether he likes it or not, we still got to see the girls at this iconic festival. Coppin is not the only gear behind Team Download, so we can at least imagine that other people there have a more positive view on Baby Metal, especially when the official website writes articles like this. I guess we know who didn't write it.
Number 6.
Crossfaith. It's pretty common for Japanese artists to be asked about other fellow Japanese artists, Baby Metal being one of those names to pop up the most. Every time Crossfaith received a question related to them, they appeared to be very uncomfortable.
You guys know Baby Metal? Oh, that's great. Baby Metal. I know, it's kind of weird for foreigner people. Actually, their director of the music video is same guy as us. Yeah. And now we have him on this tour. And the video is amazing.
Okay, next band, Baby Metal.
Baby Metal. Oh, cute.
What's it?
You know Baby Metal.
Next. Cute. See, Baby Metal, that is not band, but they are playing metal.
Yeah.
But really, playing metal, the band,
J-pop as well.
yeah. So there's no rule. They are not metal. And the metal is gonna be, he's gonna hate them. But in Japan, we can understand every single kind of music.
By the way, I'm only including this clip because many kitsunes seem to take offense when someone says Baby Metal isn't metal. Let's be real now. They are metal enough to fit in the scene, but they are not 100% metal, just like they aren't 100% J-pop. Challenging the genre is their biggest appeal after all. Every time someone finds the not metal statement offensive, just remind them that Baby Metal themselves would agree. Here's an interesting insight from the That's Not Metal podcast.
I just want to say, funnily enough, the only band I've heard come out to me that I've interviewed, that I've spoken about Baby Metal to, that have said, we hate them, they make me sick, are Crossfaith.
Yeah!
They're the only band
really
who said they have nothing. Crossfaith, when I spoke to Crossfaith...
Who was it, Ken?
It was Ken and... I forgot.
Taru.
Yeah, we're both really oh no, we do, they're nothing to do with metal. And they're the only band I've heard say that.
If this is true, at least we gotta give them credit for trying to remain polite when facing the public. We could even say they portray themselves as supportive. You can see how they went around the edges to come up with something positive, even if sarcastic.
Number 7.
Fred Durst. In 2015, Limp Bizkit was one of the bands to perform after BABYMETAL at Rock im Revier. While on stage, Fred Durst decided to acknowledge them, but in a weird way.
How you feeling? I'm still super horny after seeing BABYMETAL.
As someone who isn't a Limp Bizkit fan, my first reaction to that was complete outrage. However, I was curious as to why their fans immediately laughed it off, so I took the time to ask some of them why. And their answer was pretty simple. It's just Fred being Fred. After digging a little more, I came to learn he does have a reputation for purposefully making shocking or provoking comments. I found another clip from that same year at Rock in Vienna, in which he says something similar regarding BABYMETAL again, while also clarifying his stance.
How many of you guys like watching BABYMETAL today? It's kind of sexy, right? They're only 15 and 17. Don't ever think that again.
Rip to those who agreed so enthusiastically before realizing Fred was joking.
It's kind of sexy, right?
The comment could be very problematic without context. I understand now that he's playing a character and fans are aware of it. Something I don't understand is, how is this any different from Benji? Why is it only okay for one of them to stay in character while the other gets trashed on?
I don't understand.
I'm not a fan of any of them, but I have two guesses. One, the Caring Awards clip went viral. Friends Fancam did not. And two, Skindred was a lot less known as a band compared to Limp Bizkit. A combination of the hate train effect and a generalized lack of knowledge regarding Benji's character. But anyways, BABYMETAL wasn't bothered by Fred's comments. In fact, they continued to support Limp Bizkit for a while.
Are there any metal bands that you find yourself listening to? Oh, Limp Bizkit. Okay, wow.
Number 8.
Mirai Kawashima. In a written interview from 2012, Mirai was asked if he felt proud of Japanese culture having such an impact on the world due to their crazy ideas, using BABYMETAL as an example. His answer was rather spicy.
Yes, I'm proud of it. To be clear though, I despise crap like BABYMETAL. I despise crappy people who are shameless enough to pay for such crap.
Shame on us for thinking differently from him.
Dishonor on your whole family. Make a note of this. Dishonor on you. Dishonor on your cow.
Honestly, how dare we enjoy ourselves? Fast forward to 2018, he participated in another written interview and BABYMETAL's name popped up again. Did he change his mind? Let's see.
I really hate those idle things. They are the worst spawn of consumer capitalism. Capitalism of today needs people to spend money even on something totally worthless, or else it won't work. For this, phantasmagoria is required, as Walter Benjamin said. People like to dance to the advertisement by corporate business, namely phantasmagoria. They are forced to feel they want it without knowing it, and to my eyes, idle things are the worst case about this. Obviously, you do not need dancing cute girls whom you would never ever be able to fuck in your life.
What the fucker? What the fucker?
But still so many people spend precious money on it. It is scary. Don't get me wrong, I am not a communist and I don't think communism is better than capitalism. And of course I am not coming up with a better system than capitalism, but that does not mean I have to stand this ugly side of capitalism. If I say this, some people say metal is the same. Obviously, metal is not something you need in your life, so it's another phantasmagoria. But at least I believe that I chose metal with my own will. I don't think I was brainwashed by mass media to like metal. Of course I cannot prove it, but at least I believe so. In that sense, BABYMETAL is not metal, and if any Japanese metal scene was impacted by them, they weren't metal from the very beginning.
If my grandmother had wheels, she would have been a bike. You know, what, you know, you know, what, you know, it doesn't make any sense what you said.
Breaking news. Young girls in the idol industry are no longer considered human beings. They are nothing but a product to be consumed, whose purpose is to incite some kind of sexual fantasy. A twisted concept that he claims to despise, but that he, ironically, seems to fit into.
So we all know that BABYMETAL is your favorite recent metal band. Any thoughts on a split?
I prefer their clit than a split with them.
No! No!
I cannot think of anything that would help see his claims in a more positive light. I've tried, but this is a clear case of someone projecting their own degenerate views on others.
Number 9.
David Reece. In 2016, David Reece was invited to appear in a video to give a review of BABYMETAL's freshly released album, Metal Resistance. And let's just say he had a lot to get out of his chest.
BABYMETAL, Metal Resistance. Tell me what you thought of the new album, Dave.
Hey, one thing I will say to start off this review is that they achieved resistance with metal. They got the title right. The vocals reminded me as when I was a young lad and my mother would hand me Alvin and the Chipmunks records for Christmas. That high squeaky voice I thought was cool when I was 5 years old. After listening to the album throughout the day and giving it my honest ears and trying to be optimistic and open-minded, I felt like shoving a dagger into my eyeball. Maybe this will appeal to the masturbatory crowd of metalheads somewhere around the universe that like to look at Japanese women, or any women for that matter, in French-made outfits or whatever it is they're wearing and working in synchronization on stage. I call this a fad and a gimmick, like the grunge movement. And like grunge, I hope and pray that this movement eats its young and it ends sooner than later.
Is BABYMETAL helping or hurting heavy metal?
I vote it's hurting. Why? Because people are forgetting with this new age of, technology. What's here today is gone later today. It's like these America's Got Talent shows, How many of you remember who actually won those things that are like superstars now? It's all like McMusic. Steve Lukather, you put it correctly. It's drive-through music. It's McDonald's. You want fries with that?
You see, people think that if BABYMETAL becomes big, and it is, then it'll expose more people to metal. Well, in fact, what really happens is when something becomes successful, then there becomes copycats. So the market's going to say, hey, BABYMETAL really sells, so let's create more BABYMETALs. And that's not really what we want. We want the PR people, we want the record companies to invest into bands that we love in heavy metal. The Judas Priest likes, the Iron Maiden likes, the Anthrax, the Accept likes. Those are the bands that we want the money, whatever's left of it, to go into. Not into bands and copycat bands of BABYMETAL. So, in my point of view, it's gonna hurt heavy metal. We shall see.
Number 10.
Rob Halford. Many people assume that all those pictures together and sharing a stage at the Alternative Press Music Awards means that Halford is an avid BABYMETAL supporter. Well, think again. Don't be fooled by that. Just listen to what he said to their faces during an interview in 2016.
These wonderful heavy metal monster ladies.
The audacity to call them monsters! How dare he speak to 3 young ladies like that? Obviously, he took advantage of their popularity in hopes to be relevant. It's not like he's the father of metal or anything. He tried, but at last, his true colors were exposed. Cancel Rob Halford. What was it? I better be joking? Well, let me be the one to tell you that you're absolutely right. Of course I'm messing with you. That's right. You've been clickbaited.
Clickbait made flesh.
In reality, BABYMETAL couldn't even make it to 10 in this list. Moreover, if we took away the ones who were either beating around the bush to avoid being negative or staying in character or giving them a chance to spite their opinion and so on, how many comments are left that we can actually say were disrespectful? How many could be classified as intentionally rude? 1? Maybe 2? 3? 3 out of 9. Then of course, this is a matter of perspectives. What's yours? The point of this video is not to bring any of these artists down.
Bueno, no te enojes, primo Sandri. No te enojes, primo Sandri. Primo Sandri. Primo Sandri.
But to hopefully make you realize not everything is black or white. We are human beings. We say stuff, some of which we could end up regretting over time. The truth is, most people in the metal industry are pretty on board with the baby metal phenomenon. It's usually the metalheads who feel like gatekeeping. It's also important to see that, whatever was said, baby metal's career was unfazed by all of this. They basically stayed in their own bubble and continued to thrive. And that's what really matters in the end. Alright folks, that's all for this video. It was a long one. Hopefully it was informative and entertaining enough.
I like entertainment.
As always, let me know what you think, and see you in the next video.
Nos vemos!